Okay, so the next situation is I'm in college again. So, but I'm in a different college. It's in Brooklyn. It's in like the suburban white area of Brooklyn. So it's not much black people that live there, but the school is very diverse with different races of people or whatever. So this day I have a test and I'm running late for class. So as soon as I get off the bus, it's the time that the class starts. So I'm super late. I'm speed walking. Instead of walking directly to the building, I'm just walking all the way through from the beginning of the building because it's really cold outside. So I'm walking, I get to the section of the building building that I'm supposed to be where my class is. So I get there. I wait by the elevator because I have to take it to the 3rd floor, so I'm not taking steps. I'm late, I'm tired, I'm just waiting for the elevator. So waiting for the elevator, then I hear these group of girls, I guess they're talking about a party or whatever, and I hear one say, oh, Daquan came with him, it was him and his niggas. And I pause because I'm like, I can tell by the sound of their voice, like the way how their voice is, they're not black. I may be wrong, they may be a black girl that's been a lot of like white people that, or suburban type people, and they have a different slang than from someone that lives in Brooklyn. Anyways, but yeah, I'm like, their tone sounds different. Hopefully this person is black or Spanish, even though I'm still uncomfortable with Spanish people using that word as well. I don't first of all, let's get this straight, I don't use the N-word, period. I don't like it. I think it's stupid. I think no one should use it, but that's a whole different video. But as I'm saying, I'm praying that they're black, even Spanish. But I turn around and I see 3 white girls huddled up together, dressed trill, like what they call it these days, like inspired by what they call urban style. Yeah, it was 3 white girls, and when one of them saw me turn around looking at them, she looked at me and she was like, oh shit. And then the other girls looked and they were like just giggling, and I'm like, in my head I'm like, what the heck? So me personally, I didn't really say anything before, like bite my head off, listen to my logic at that time. I was like, from my assessment, by the way how they use the word, they use this word every day. That's a part of their lingo. So I could either go to them and lecture them about how disrespectful the word is, knowing that even though they're still going to use it regardless, the way they giggled. So I took their giggle as they didn't care. They're just like, oh shoot, we got caught saying the word, or someone witnessed us saying the word, but they honestly didn't care. Or else I feel like if you were really remorseful, you'll be like, oh, like no disrespect or sorry or whatever, even though there's no excuse. But the fact that they giggled, I'm like, I'm not gonna waste my time and lecture to them, because they're gonna meet up with their what you call it, designated black friends that probably tell them it's okay to say the N-word, because there are people like that be giving black cards away, like who the heck are you? But again, that's a different video. Anyways, yeah, so I just shook my head. My elevator came and I went in the elevator because again, I have a test. I'm not gonna let these ignorant white people make me more late for my test that I half-ass studied for. So it's a possibility I'm passing. So anyways, I didn't say anything, and it still bugged me. I was so mad. And that at the same time, in that class after the test, we were watching a video talking about how Americans like took Filipinos and was like, oh, how they're gonna train them to be better and to read because they're savages and barbaric. And mind you, slavery was already in the motion, so they already had black people doing the same thing, teaching them how to read because they think they're stupid. They're doing the same thing with the Filipinos, and it was pissing me off because I'm like, yo, they think they're better than everyone. And then after, when we explain that how they are, they're like, oh, we're quick to use the race card. From the beginning of time, you guys have no respect for people's race or what they already have established. But anyways, that's gonna be a different video. I keep getting off topic. But anyways, yeah, I didn't say anything. I went to class, I did the test, I was furious the whole time. So after class, I met up with my friend at the time and I told her what happened, and she was super pissed at me. Like, she was mad at me, and I couldn't blame her. I'm like, yo, I know you have every right to be mad at me, say I'm stupid, all of that, because I did not say anything. But I told her my logic. Like I said, I felt like the way how they said it, they're gonna still say it regardless. They don't care. Obviously, they have I'm sure they have black friends that probably tell them it's okay, like you're black or whatever, or they probably dated a black guy, so they feel like, oh, I have the right to use the word. I felt like me saying something wouldn't do anything, but still I could have brought awareness that that word is still offensive to black people. So yeah, she was like, I understand, but like still you got to be like tougher with this. Like whenever you come into another situation, you need to say something, because no matter what, at least you know that you let them know what, like how it is, how it goes. Like you don't say that word, like you just don't use it. And I explained to her more like in detail of what why I didn't, but again, that would be a different video. I don't want this video to be too long.